When did you move to Cardston?
When I was 11.
Were you sorry
Moved.
to leave where you were?
In many ways, I had to leave my friends, and I had to go into a school where I didn't know anyone. That's quite a thing that time.
That'd only be about the 4th, 5th grade.
Pardon?
You'd only be in about the 5th grade at 11.
Yeah, that's about where I was.
Mom, was it there that when your father got the piano? Or was it when you lived in Cardston?
Yes, I believe we got the piano in Mountain View, sure. I know we did.
Tell about that. We have to hear the story of your father getting the piano.
I know Father got the piano when we were in Mountain View because my Uncle Will was on a mission in Winnipeg, Manitoba. And my Aunt Fanny, you all knew Aunt Fanny and Beulah, Aunt Fanny, Mother and Father invited her to come out and spend a month with us one summer. And Uncle Will was going to be released in the summertime, and they wanted him to come to Cardston, or to Mountain View, and then Aunt Fanny could come home with him. And I know we had the piano then. This is why I know.
Was Beulah born then?
Yes. She's younger than I am.
Uh-huh.
She's about maybe a year and a half, 2 years younger
It's
than me.
back in the days when they call a man on a mission even though he had a family.
Yes. But anyway, Aunt Fanny could play the piano. And so that, I know we had the piano then, I can remember. Because I had never been able to learn anything about the piano. I was fascinated by it. I'd go and fool with it, but I couldn't do anything about it, because I knew nothing about it. Well, when Aunt Fanny came, Father said to her, he said, Fanny, teach these girls as much as you can while you're here. To Emma and I, wasn't. He said, give them all that you can while you're here. Because he said, I'd like to get them started. Well, she did. She did the best she could. And then she left. And I could hardly leave the darn thing alone. Father, one time when he came back from one of his trips to Cardston, he brought a sheet of music. And you all know this sheet called this
Humoresque?
Humoresque. And it was not hard to play. It was quite simple. And Father showed it to us. He said, I brought a sheet of music home, girls, or a piece of music home, girls. And he said, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I want you girls to learn to play this. He said, the girl that plays this piece to my satisfaction first gets the piano when she's married. Well, that was an incentive, surely. But that wasn't my main incentive. My main incentive about that piano was that it fascinated me. I loved to play it, just to fool with it, make little tunes. Well, anyway, the short of the story was that after, I can't remember how long, how many months or what, I said to my father one day, well, I can play it, Father. And he said, let me hear you. I played it for him. Sure can. I beat Emma to it, and that's supposed to be my life I ever beat her at.
I wouldn't say that.
Oh, did she never learn, or wasn't she interested in it?
She didn't seem to have the interest I did. Now, Emma was a top student at school. There was nothing that ever... She was just an A student straight through and everything. Always. I couldn't say that about me, because I was not.
Gosh, I'm glad to hear that.
But the end of the story is that you didn't really get the piano.
Emma got it.
How did that happen?
And I'll tell you why. Emma was married in Canada. See, and I wasn't married, and I can't remember. This happened, I think, about the time when Emma was married. But I'm sure of that. But anyway, I think Father talked to me about it, and I didn't mind. I said, let her have it. I knew I'd get a piano someday, some way. I didn't know how. And so Emma got the piano, and she took it where she lived up in Didsbury. And it's a good thing she did, because then all of her children learned to play it. It proved to be a blessing to them.
But she herself never played the piano much.
No, Emma never did learn.
You remember that old pump organ that Aunt Fanny had in the old house over here on Parrish Lane?
I do.
Oh, that was a fascinating thing to me. We went out to go out there and visit and play that thing and pump those pedals.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah. Aunt Fanny was pretty good at learning this. I think she was the youngest for the ward.
Did you take lessons when you moved to Cardston, or were you self-taught?
When I moved to Cardston, there was a man by the name of Banner that came there from England. He was an unmarried man, And one summer, Father said to me, Rubie, I'd like you to take some lessons. And he asked Mr. Banner if he'd teach me. And you see, we had 2 months vacation in the summertime. And I think I went up and took a few lessons from Mr. Banner.
That was it.
That was it.
That was all the lessons you ever had?
That was my education in music.
Someday I'd like to hear it play humorous.
Oh, really?
Well, if I could see it, I believe I could.
I'm sure you could.
Well, how did you get to be such an accomplished pianist, Mom?
Well, the only reason I learned to play short was I sang a lot.
Uh-huh.
After we moved to Cardston, I did an awful lot of singing. Before I had my tonsils out, I had a very good voice. I really did.
You still do.
How old were you when you had your tonsils out?
Oh, I was about the time I was married.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just somewhere
And
I
that
was married.
changed your voice?
It did, you bet. I never been able to sing very well since. But before that, I could sing solos, and I was not bad. But something, I don't know what happened, that operation, it changed my voice.
I always thought you had a very nice voice, Mom. You could always sing alto so well. Pick up the music.
One thing I was always kind of proud of, in our book at the college, the teachers' college where I graduated from, they had our pictures and a little something about each of us. Mm-hmm. And one girlfriend from Cardston up there with me. She was a tall blonde girl, and this is what they said.
That's Jerry.
Come in. Said she was a daughter of the gods, supremely tall and most supremely fair. And with me it said, the devil has not in his quiver's choice an arrow for the heart like a sweet voice. Did you hear her at the lit? Mrs. Drury coming in.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, I took 2 vocal lessons. And I did lots of not only solo, but I did an awful lot of it. It was this time that the Mutual was sponsoring a lot of programs.
Let's end.
Hi, guys.
Oh.
Come on in.